Welcome to the Entrepreneurial Circle with Dr. Eveangel Savage. We are truly excited today to have a special guest with us inside the forum. We're going to be speaking with a book publicist by the name of Scott Lorenz. Scott Lorenz is the president of West Wind Communications, a public relations and marketing firm that has a special knack for working with authors to help them get all the publicity they deserve and more. Lorenz works with best-selling authors and self-published authors, promoting all types of books, whether it's their first book or their 15th book. He's handled publicity for books by CEOs, CIA officers, Navy SEALs, homemakers, fitness gurus, doctors, lawyers, and adventurers. His clients have been featured by Good Morning America, Fox and Friends, CNN, ABC News, New York Times, Nightline Times, and so much more. Just to list a litany of those things, he's handled the public relations of Kevin Ulysses, balloonist, promoted a book for Dr. Donald R. Powell for Best Sports Cliches Ever, and of course, Dr. Tantalus Zero by Dr. Marshall Moore. And he has represented several tech firms, and the list goes on. Welcome to the forum, Mr. Lorenz. Is there anything?
Well, thank you very much for having me. No, I think you pretty well summed it up. I enjoy, promoting all types of things, and I have been involved with all types of things, from doctors and lawyers to authors and entrepreneurs. And iPhone asked a passion of mine. So, and I think that's important when you pick a publicist, is to find somebody who understands your business and your line of work so that they can be passionate about it. That's very critical. It's kind of interesting, but I was involved in student government at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, and I ended up promoting I was director of student activity, so I promoted everything that came in, from guest lectures to movies to events. So I cut my teeth on that, and my father was in the hotel business, so he was a great promoter, and I learned a lot from him. And so I've been, my first book I promoted was actually in college. Somebody tapped me, a publisher tapped, said, "Hey, can you promote this guy's book?" I said, "Who is it?" He said, "Well, it's a book by one of Howard Hughes's aides. It's called Howard Hughes: The Hidden Years," and that was the first book I.
Yeah, because
authors are passionate about their work, their writing. They know how to write, and they're good at writing, and they learn about publishing once they get into that field and publish their book themselves, or deal with a large publishing house. But very few know anything about marketing. They're not taught this in college, and they really, for whatever reason, most authors are not good publishers. Okay.
Okay.
And neither are doctors too, by the way. And just like I don't do brain surgery, they don't do marketing. So it's a knack. You got to have a knack for it, and if you do as an author, that's great. And even when you do hire a publicist or a marketing firm to promote your book, you still have to be a participant. You can't sit back and just say, okay, market my book and call it a day, because the media want to talk to the author. Okay, they want to do an interview with the author. How did you come up with the idea to write this book, and how long did it take you to write the book, and is any of this stuff true? La 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 la. I mean, it goes on and on and on. So they want to know more about the book, the author, and so forth. So the author's got to be a participant in any event. Very few books can be promoted with the author off in the distance someplace. There are plenty of examples of that where it's had done, like the recent prequel to Kill a Mockingbird. The author said she did not want to be a participant, plus not to mention the fact she's elderly. And so the book was marketed without her, and it did fine. But it also had a very famous prequel, which was To Kill a Mockingbird.
Exactly.
But most authors have to get out there and hustle and promote their own book in addition to what the publicist does. And here's to your question, the reason why is because no one's going to find your book otherwise. There are, depending upon who you listen to and who you believe, there are a few 100,000 books a year being published. And those are ones with ISBN numbers. Those are the numbers that register with the Library of Congress. There are a number of books, another thousands and thousands of books that are published without ISBN numbers, and they're just they're published, they're sold online, and there's no number, and there's no really any kind of a record of them. But those are being bought and sold by people all day long. So there's a lot of competition, and when you have a lot of competition, you've got to do a lot of marketing.
Authors essentially, although their passion is with writing, whether creative or otherwise, they are essentially preneurs, correct?
Yeah, authors are entrepreneurs. They have to be, because that is exactly the business. I tell my authors this. I say, look, it's like you open up an ice cream store. You don't just hang a shingle and say, come on in and get the ice cream. You actually have to go out and promote it and market it, and you are setting up business. It is a digital business, or it's a printed book business, but you are in business.
For more information on how you can access this full-length interview with all of the wonderful information on public relations and marketing for your business, click the link below and order your copy today, or visit us at www.audacitygroupsocialenterprise.com.